Hey, my name is Eric. I'm the president of Alovis Landscaping. I want to welcome you to your orientation. So I wanted to take a few minutes and tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do. We try to pride ourselves on enhancing lives through beautiful landscaping. So a little bit about us. My dad started a business back in 1985. It was kind of a summer hobby. He was a school teacher. And during that time, that was the year I was born, when he had a seeding job, I was usually in charge of picking up rocks and sticks, or if I was lucky, I'd get to shake up the straw on the grass after it was seeded. Helped shovel rock into beds and plant plants and things like that. And that's where I got my first love of what I was doing outside. And when I was about 13, Dad really wasn't doing that anymore, but I wanted to kind of get into it. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, so I took his old business cards and started handing them out to anybody that would take one, and started mowing lawns around the Indian Hills. And they kind of grew from year to year. I knew I wanted to do this since I was at a young age, so I'm living out my dream of doing what I've always wanted to do, and I've really known nothing else. Took every marketing class, every ag class I could in high school. Went to Lynn State Technical College for the Commercial Turf and Grounds program, NCMA and ICPI certified, as well as a Missouri Master Gardener. We try to be active and involved in the community. I'm past board and president of the Chamber of Commerce, the Cuba Lions Club. I'm on the board of CASA here in Cuba. I'm also a volunteer firefighter, which is one of my favorite passions and things to do when I'm not working. We're also involved in a lot of other activities or events around town. We try to really be a staple, and we're really a part of this community because this community is really a part of who we are. A little bit about the work we do. We do anything from erosion control, seeding, sodding, finish grading, irrigation, landscape installation, planting. That's as far as our installation side. We also have the maintenance side, which is normal mowing, trimming, bed maintenance, fertilization, things like that. Take a second and watch this clip, and I'll be back after it's done.
If there's anything in life that you don't currently have right now, it's because of who you are and how you think. What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. And every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to. Push through it. Push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive. Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from obstacles when in fact it's the obstacle that's gonna take you to the next level. Like y'all running from pain, y'all running from challenges. You telling me how difficult your life is. Do you understand it is the difficulty that's gonna prepare you and take you to that next level?
To grow the individual will to become something, you must get comfortable with fear and failure. They must be your best friends. They're the only one that moves that needle of life. And the difference between a champion and someone who's forgotten is that a champion shows up. That's the only thing. Every day shows up. Gives himself a chance to make a difference.
Because success doesn't know these things about cold or early or tired. It just knows if you showed up or not.
For some of you, when you do what you do, you act as if you have another opportunity. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. You can't just say you want it. You can't watch the video and say, I want it as bad as I want to breathe. It's cute to say it, but when it's showtime, when the sun comes out, you've got all the books, you've got all the tapes, you've got all the access. Now it's time to hunt.
If it was easy, everybody would do it. But if life's got you down, I need you to get up and prove them wrong.
It's gonna rain sometimes. I will. You're gonna feel discouraged sometimes. I will. No matter what the obstacle, I will. I will. I will. A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. It's the whole process.
So a little inspiration that I received a few years ago was actually at a funeral. And the preacher was talking about on the monument, there's the date of birth, there's the date of death, and there's the dash in between. And everything about you is defined by what's on that stone. 200 years later, who was that person? Who is Eric going to be 200 years from now? Besides just the date of birth and the date of death is that dash and everything that creates that dash. What is your purpose? What are you here for? And I believe everybody is here for a purpose and a reason. And sometimes people haven't discovered what that purpose is. But think about that. What's your purpose? And I'd like to find out. If you're not sure, let's have a discussion in the next 2 weeks. Come see me, we'll talk about it, and I'd be interested to know and tell you a little bit more about my story. So wrapping up a little bit about who we are, you obviously get an idea about who we are as a company and what we do. Again, this is my passion. I really enjoy what we do. Having that wow factor of seeing what we're getting finished at the end of the day, having a customer excited and just really enthused about and talking with their friends and their neighbors about the work that we did. It was a design that I created, or it's just something that you can't get in any kind of business except this one. There's a lot of challenges. It could be rainy, it could be snowy, sometimes in the same day. It could be sunny and 60, and it could be 90 degrees outside. It's just always overcoming obstacles.